Good morning, students. In our previous class, we have started with civics lesson number 6, that is understanding our criminal justice system, in which we have understood that how our justice system worked in in our country, and we to understand this more clearly, a fictional case we have studied. A fictional case means it is not a real case; it is a fake case, just to make us understand about our criminal justice system. And in this fake case or fictional case, we have understood that uh, in Mumbai, it is a case in Mumbai where Mrs. Shinde uh, means is going out, and when she is dressed up, she is now very much in a panic condition when she is unable to find her gold chain. And for this they blamed Mr. and Mrs. Shinde, blamed Shanti, and Shanti Hemram is their housemaid, and she is working for last 3 years. But both of them, Mr. and Mrs. Shinde, both of them are blaming Shanti for stealing the gold chain. And for this, Mr. Shinde also filed a case, FIR, in the police station. And when he filed a case near in police station, Mr. means the policeman had taken Shanti as a culprit, and Shanti was sent to jail. Even Shanti's brother Sushil, when was asked, when Sushil asked that Shanti had not stolen any gold chain and she should be free, but he means Sushil, Shanti's brother, was also sent to jail. But when uh, again and again, Sushil was telling that. He is working in a factory and all, then he was left free. And then we have also seen that they were blamed, both of the brother and sister were blamed, that they were having a gang, domestic servants gang, who is indulged in the means stealing of the things, jewelry in the home and all. Then we see that the Shanti is in the jail, and she is worried about that what will happen and all, because now they have no more money left, because whatever money was there, she and her brother had kept with them for the future. That money was also taken by the policeman, under the custody of the policeman. It was also under the custody of policeman, and now they don't have any money even to file the case, or to get to hire a lawyer, good lawyer for them to fight the case for them. Then further we have seen that according to Article 22 also, it is said that every person has a fundamental right to be defended by the lawyer. Means when we see her in case of Shanti, that she was not able to hire any lawyer because her financial condition was very weak, and that is why according to Article 22 of the Constitution, every person has the fundamental right to be defended by the lawyer. And thus the state provides Shanti with a lawyer, or on the government expense only. And then according to Article 39A of the Constitution, places a duty upon the state to provide a lawyer to any citizen who is unable to engage one, due to poverty or other disability. Means due to any of the reason, if the uh, means person is not able to arrange for the lawyer, then it is the duty of the state to provide a lawyer to fight for that particular person. Then today we are going to start with this further conversation. And now Advocate Kamla Roy meets Shanti. Advocate Kamla Roy was appointed to fight the case uh, on behalf of Shanti. Now Kamla Roy, meets Shanti in the court. Here are my case papers. I have been falsely accused of stealing the employer's gold chain. Now here Shanti is saying that, showing all the papers and all case papers and all to Kamala Roy. She is saying that, she is not, means she is, kept it like that, means without, proving the guilt. She has been accused of stealing the gold chain, and they found rupees 10,000 in Shanti's trunk and said that this was the, money she got from stealing the chain, but that is money that we have been saving up together. Now, Shanti's brother Sushil is also, speaking out, to, uh, Kamala, Roy, that is means informing Kamala Roy about this, that, uh, policeman has also found 10,000, rupees in the trunk of Shanti, and that is why they are blaming Shanti for stealing the gold chain. That after selling the gold chain, that money, 10,000 rupees of, money is found in Shanti's trunk, and they have been, but that was not true according to, Sushil and Shanti, because they have been saving that money together to buy a bull in the village in future. So now the date is, 11th of December 2006. Now we have seen that the case started, on which date? It started in 18/7/2006. 18/7 means 18th of July 2006. And now it reached how much, means such, so much time is been taken, uh, uh, to get the justice. So now December came, the court frames a charge of the theft of Mrs. Shinde's gold chain. Now the charge of theft was, they, uh, on, means Shanti, for, getting, for stealing the gold chain, and a possession of money of rupees 10,000 got from selling, stolen property against Shanti. So the case frames a charge. A charge was put on, Shanti, that she has stolen the gold chain of Mrs. Shinde and sold it in the market, and for that only, selling, for that only, uh, they have, I mean, she has got rupees 10,000, and I plead not guilty and I claim trial. And that is why here we see that, she, says, Shanti says that she is not, guilty. उसने कोई गलत काम नहीं किया है, उसने नहीं चोरी की है, और उसे जस्टिस मिलना चाहिए. Now the trial before the magistrate begins. अब magistrate के सामने trial शुरू होती है, case शुरू होता है. Now it is now March 8, 8th of March 2007. Now the public prosecutor appears in the case on behalf of the state. Now on behalf of the state, who is fighting the case? Public prosecutor. Why? Because the crime has been done. It is that the gold chain has been stolen, and it is a crime against the society, and that is why the public prosecutor was appointed and was, means, fighting a case on behalf of the state, and he presents Mrs. and Mr. Shinde as a key witness. And this public prosecutor now presents the, means both Mr. and Mrs. Shinde as a key witness, that they are the, key witness, main witness of this whole case. So tell me, Mrs. Shinde, how did the gold chain go missing? Now public prosecutor is asking about the gold chain, that, to Mrs. Shinde, that how the gold chain lost. I had kept my chain in the drawer, Shanti told, and Mrs. Shinde is, uh, responding, and he gives the answer to, public prosecutor, that it was in the drawer, the gold chain was in the drawer, and Shanti has stolen it. No other outsider except Shanti goes in my room. Mr. Shinde searched her trunk in front of me, and we have shocked to find rupees 10,000 in the envelope. Shanti got this money from selling my gold chain. She is a thief. Now on just this, matter, this behalf, that they had found an envelope, uh, in which rupees 10,000 was there, they are blaming Shanti, that, Shanti has, stolen the chain and had sold in the market, for which she has got rupees 10,000, and that is why that 10,000 rupees envelope was there in the trunk of Shanti when Mr. Shinde searched in. Shanti's uh, trunk. And even Mrs. Shinde is saying that nobody enters Mrs. Shinde's room except Shanti, as she is a housemaid. She enters Mrs. Shinde's room only, and in the search, when Mr. Shinde found the envelope of 10,000, it, it was kept as a proof that yes, it was clearly visible that Shanti has stolen the gold chain, and this was according to Mr. and Mrs. Shinde. As an eyewitness, they had given this response. Now, next, Advocate Roy cross examines the prosecution witness, Mrs. Shinde. Now, the turn was for Advocate Roy, who was fighting the case on behalf of Shanti. Now, he was cross examining, means he was now asking questions, putting questions in front of Mrs. Shinde. So, what you are basically saying is that you did not see Shanti steal the chain, nor did you recover the chain on Shanti. Also, in the 3 years that she had worked for you, nothing has been stolen from the house. You were also regularly paying her rupees 1,000 as salary each month. Now, these all means uh, these all uh, things were kept in front of Mrs. Shinde by Advocate Roy to defend Shanti. That she is telling Mrs. Shinde that Advocate Roy's view, according to Advocate Roy's view, uh, she is asking Mrs. Shinde that she has not seen stealing the chain, means she has not seen Shanti stealing the chain, nor she has means from last past 3 years, Shanti has not stolen anything from the house, and even Mr. and Mrs. Shinde were paying 1,000 rupees as the salary each month. So this was the observance or viewpoint kept in front of Mrs. Shinde by Advocate Roy while cross examining. Then, 20th of April, Advocate Roy examines Sushil and his employers as defense witness. Now, Sushil and Advocate Roy now examines Sushil and his employer as a defense witness. Now, to defend Shanti, Advocate Roy asked Sushil and his employer, means under whom the Sushil, the factory owner, we can say, where in which factory Sushil was working. So the employer and Sushil was asked to give witness by Advocate Roy to protect Shanti. Through their testimonies, she is able to show that rupees 10,000 found in Shanti's trunk could well be the earning of Sushil and Shanti. Now, through their testimonies, उनके टेस्टिमनी से उन्होंने जो विश्वास दिलाया सुशील ने और उनके एम्प्लॉयर ने, फैक्ट्री ओनर ने, कि यस शांति एंड सुशील both can earn rupees 10,000, that she is able to show rupees 10,000 found in Shanti's trunk could well be earnings of Shanti and Sushil. That means जो 10,000 रुपए उसके शांति के ट्रंक में से मिले, वो एक तरीके से इन दोनों की पेमेंट हो सकती है, अर्निंग हो सकती है, सेविंग्स हो सकती है, क्योंकि दोनों ही भाई बहन कमा रहे थे उस वक्त. नाउ इट इज May, 14th of May 2007. As the trial is nearing completion, Sushil learns that Inspector Sharma has busted a gang of young men who have been stealing jewelry from the Shindes neighborhood. Now, during when the case was going on, at that time when it was coming to an end, Sushil heard that uh, police inspector had means mm, means had seen the gang of young men who have stealing jewelry from the Shinde's neighborhood. Means in the neighborhood only a gang of young men was there who were indulged in the stealing of jewelry in the neighborhood of Shinde, Mr. and Mrs. Shinde's. So when Sushil came to know about this incident that inspector has means captured had put had come to know about the young man gang, then some of the Mrs. Shinde's son's friend are part of this gang, and they also see means policemen also thought that in the gang of young men who were stealing in the neighborhood, uh, few were the friends of Mr. and Mrs. Shinde's son. So few young men, few people in the gang who used to steal in the neighborhood of Mr. and Mrs. Shinde, they were the friends of Mr. and Mrs. Shinde's son. So Mrs. Shinde chain has been found on them, and that is why मैसेज शिंदेज चेन जो मिली है वो उनके उस गैंग के पास मिली है सो शील टेल्स एडवोकेट रॉय about this and this it was informed all these things was informed uh, to advocate Roy who was defending Shanti by Sushil and Sushil has informed this advocate Roy about all this incident that uh, the policemen had caught the gang of young men and they were indulged in this activity of stealing and even few people are the friends of Mr. and Mrs. Shinde's son also and advocate Roy now calls Inspector Sharma as a witness. Now advocate Roy calls Inspector Sharma itself for a witness to give the witness against to save Shanti and to show that Shanti is innocent and she has not stole any gold chain. Inspector Sharma, can you show and tell us what you have found? Now, Advocate Roy says that what Advocate Roy asked Inspector Sharma to show and tell what he has found out. Now it is 15th of again July, so whole year passed. The judge hears the testimony of all the witness after the testimony of Inspector Sharma Advocate Roy argues before the judge that it has now been established that Shanti is innocent and should be acquitted. Now, about all these testimonies, जो टेस्टिमनीज मीन्स जो गवाह के रूप में काम में लिए गया एक तो पहले सबसे पहले यहाँ पर शांति का ब्रदर सुशील और सुशील को लिया गया एक गवाह के रूप में और उनकी फैक्ट्री एम्प्लॉयर को लिया गया उनकी टेस्टिमनी हुई टेस्टिमनी मीन्स उनके गवाह के तौर पे उनको रखा गया और उनको ये बोला गया कि पहले तो 10,000 जो रुपीस का जो मामला था वो सॉर्ट आउट किया गया उनकी टेस्टिमनी से सुशील और उसके एम्प्लॉयर की टेस्टिमनी से उनकी गवाही से ये प्रूव हो गया दोनों की गवाही से ये प्रूव हो गया कि ये 10,000 रुपए तो दोनों भाई बहन कमा सकते हैं अब जो केस था असल में वो केस था उसकी गोल्ड चेन चुराने का तो वो भी अब क्लियर हो गया जब सुशील को ये बात पता चली कि इंस्पेक्टर ने एक गैंग ऑफ यंग मैन को कॉट किया है पकड़ लिया गया है गैंग जो कि नेबरहुड में स्टीलिंग करता था और उनमें से कुछ जो थे लड़के वो तो मिस्टर और मिसेस शिंदी के बेटे के क्लोज फ्रेंड्स थे फिर उसके बाद जब एडवोकेट रॉय ने टेस्टिमनी के लिए इंस्पेक्टर शर्मा को बुलाया जब इंस्पेक्टर शर्मा ने टेस्टिमनी दी गवाही दी कि हाँ सचमुच ये चीज हुई है कि एक गैंग ऑफ रॉबर्स थे और उन्हीं के पास चेन मिली है मिसेस शिंदे की तो उन उस पुलिसमैन की गवाही के तौर पर जब उन्होंने दिया इसीलिए उनको अब एडवोकेट रॉय ने बोला कि शांति इनोसेंट है और उनको छोड़ दिया जाए now Shanti you are hereby acquitted of the charge of theft now Shanti has asked to be free of this case that is the case of stealing and now she has been acquitted उसको innocent साबित कर दिया गया है उस केस से कुछ इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं है उनका शांति का, ये साबित हो गया था टेस्टिमनी से इंस्पेक्टर शर्मा की। रुपीज 10,000 that they had sealed in and the police will hand over to you the rupees 10,000 that they have they had sealed. अब वो 10,000 रुपए भी जो पुलिसमैन ने ले लिया था अपने पास, वो भी वापस दे दिया जाएगा. In my written judgment, I have made it a point to highlight S.I. Rao's role in conducting such a shoddy investigation that made you spend time in jail. तो एक तरीके से हाँ, उन्होंने जज ने ये फैसला दे दिया कि एक तरीके से ये इतना छोट एक केस था, शॉडी केस था, मतलब जो कि बिल्कुल गलत, एक तरीके से गलत इल्जाम लगाया जा रहा था दूसरे पे, तो ये बहुत ही शॉडी केस था और ये उन्होंने अपनी राइटिंग में इस केस के बारे में लिख दिया है. शॉडी केस मींस नॉट प्रॉपर केस, इट वाज नॉट द प्रॉपर केस which this Mrs. and Mr. Shinde had tried to put on Shanti. And that is why in the judgment, the judge has made it a point to highlight that S.I. Rao's role in conducting such a, that Sharma's conducting such a shoddy investigation that made you spend time in jail. और ये इतना समय इसने जेल में, शांति ने जेल में काटा, वो just because of the means policeman who had made this case means not proper case, who had not made proper investigation, and that is why Shanti has been put behind the bars to spend so many days behind the bars. तो इसका ब्लेम जो शांति बिहाइंड बार्स गई इतने दिनों के लिए, इतने टाइम के लिए, तो वो सारा पॉइंट आउट किया गया इंस्पेक्टर के, प्रॉपर इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं हुआ इसीलिए. So from the above incident, you can see that the four key players in the criminal justice system. Now, in this above incident, the whole incident we have read about and how the things happened and who all were responsible to give justice, to provide justice to Shanti. In this, the four main key players were there in which we have read about. First is the policeman who has arrested Shanti on behalf of FIR lodged by Mr. and Mrs. Shinde. Then the second role was of public prosecutor who had filed the case against Shanti on behalf of the state. Then the defense lawyer also played a major role to defend Shanti, to bring the case in to fact, whatever the fact condition is there, that and to prove which can prove Shanti innocent, that was proved by defense lawyer. And lastly, the judge who had the most important to give its decision in Shanti's case. Now you have seen the roles each of them played in above case. Now let us try to understand their roles more generally. Now, what according to this incident we have we came to know about what all role they are playing in a particular criminal justice system. Now we will read more means in detail what is the role of police in the investigation and crime about each one of them separately. Now, one important function of police is to investigate any complaint about the commission of crime. Now, most important function of the police is to investigate. First and foremost thing is to investigate any complaint about the commission of crime, whatever crime had happened. So, first important function of the police is to investigate. And in Shanti's case, police has not made proper investigation, on which the judge also told means pointed out to policeman only that he has not made proper investigation, and that is why he was responsible, the policeman was responsible for this non-proper investigation, and because of that policeman only Shanti has to be in jail for so many days. And so first important function is of the policeman is to investigate. about the complaint, whatever crime has happened, पूरे अच्छी तरीके से उस क्राइम की इन्वेस्टिगेशन करना. एंड इन्वेस्टिगेशन इंक्लूड्स रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स. अब सबसे पहले इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्या इंक्लूड करता है? रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स ऑफ विटनेस. जो भी वहां पर आई विटनेस था, जिसने वो क्राइम होते देखा है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज विटनेस. और उनका स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड करना, दैट इज द फर्स्ट important फंक्शन ऑफ अ पुलिसमैन. एंड कलेक्टिंग डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ एविडेंस, और अलग अलग तरीके के एविडेंस प्रूफ इकट्ठे करना, दैट इज ऑल्सो द वर्क ऑफ द पुलिसमैन. सो फर्स्ट वर्क ऑफ पुलिसमैन इज टू इन्वेस्टिगेट अबाउट द कमीशन ऑफ द क्राइम. पहले इन्वेस्टिगेट करना, इन्वेस्टिगेशन करना, जो भी क्राइम हुआ है, जो भी मीन्स सोसाइटी के अगेंस्ट जो भी क्राइम हुआ है, जो भी गलत बात हुई है, वायलेशन ऑफ लॉ हुआ है, उसके प्रति इन्वेस्टिगेट करना. और उसके बाद अब इन्वेस्टिगेशन में क्या करना है उनको? फर्स्ट रिकॉर्ड करना है स्टेटमेंट्स. किसके स्टेटमेंट्स? विटनेस के. जो भी आई विटनेस थे, जिन्होंने वो क्राइम होते देखा है, जिन्होंने वो वायलेशन देखा है लॉ का या रूल का, तो उनका स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड करना इज ऑल्सो द ड्यूटी ऑफ अ पुलिसमैन. एंड नेक्स्ट अनदर थिंग इज कलेक्ट डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ एविडेंसेस. कोई प्रूफ, किसी तरह का कोई प्रूफ हो, अगर उस क्राइम करते वक्त कोई प्रूफ रह गया हो, तो वो प्रूफ भी एक एविडेंस के रूप में इकट्ठे करना. On the basis of the investigation, the police are required to form an opinion. And on the basis of all these investigation, according to the recorded statements, according to the proofs and all, now policemen are required to form an opinion. अब वो अपना opinion form करने के उसमें है, पूरा proper investigation के बाद. If the police think that the evidence points to the guilt of the accused person, अगर पुलिसमैन ये देखता है कि किसी का मीन्स if the policeman think that the evidence points to the guilt of the accused person, means जो भी culprit सोचा जा रहा है, अभी तक वो है नहीं, बट जिस पे चार्ज लगाया जा रहा है कि हाँ ये इसने गलती की है, इसने क्राइम कमिट किया है, तो जब तक कोई पॉइंट, कोई एविडेंस उसके खिलाफ नहीं मिल जाता, तब तक वो चार्जशीट फाइल नहीं कर सकता. और जब वो प्रूव हो जाता है कि हाँ जिस पे हम पॉइंट आउट कर रहे हैं, जिस पे चार्ज लगा रहे हैं, वो सही में ही गिल्टी है, तब ही वो फाइल चार्जशीट होती है कोर्ट में. तब फिर वो कोर्ट में आगे उसकी कोर्ट में केस फाइल होता है. As stated at the beginning of this chapter, it is not the job of the police to decide whether the person is guilty or innocent. और ये पुलिस का कोई काम नहीं है ये बोलना कि ये आदमी इनोसेंट है या ये आदमी गिल्टी है, इसने क्राइम करा है. पुलिसमैन का कोई इसमें वर्क नहीं है किसी को किसी पे इल्जाम लगाना कि इसने कहा क्राइम किया है. बट ये डिसाइड कौन करेगा? दिस इज टू बी डिसाइडेड इन द कोर्ट बाय अ जज. सिर्फ पुलिसमैन का तो इतना काम है कि वो एविडेंसेस के रूप में एक्यूज पर्सन पे जो चार्ज लगाया गया है, वो अगर चार्ज, अगर कोई प्रूफ, कोई एविडेंस, कोई रिकॉर्ड्स हैं उसके पास, तो वो सब इकट्ठे करके कोर्ट में फाइल करेगा केस. और सचमुच में वो पर्सन गिल्टी है या नहीं, सचमुच में उसने क्राइम किया है या नहीं, और क्या पनिशमेंट देना है, ये कोर्ट डिसाइड करेगा, ये जज डिसाइड करेगा. Now you read in unit 2 about the rule of law. आपने unit 2 में rule of law means the law which is for all and everybody is equal in the eyes of law, whether rich, poor, prime minister or the common man. Everybody will be treated equally if means uh, good means high post person is also committing a means violating any law, and if the common man also had committed the same crime against the society, then both of them, whether of the high position or whether he is or she is in the common man, both of them will be treated equally in the eyes of law. So in Unit 2 about the rule of law, which means that one is subject to the law of the land. This includes the police. Therefore, police investigations always have to be conducted in accordance with law and with full respect for human rights. That means whatever police investigation should be there, it should be according to the law which is given in our constitution, and everyone should be treated with respect फॉर ह्यूमन राइट्स जो है उसके अकॉर्डिंग ही लोग को जो भी सिटीजन्स है उनको ह्यूमन राइट्स के प्रति मीन्स के अकॉर्डिंग ही ट्रीटमेंट देनी चाहिए विद फुल रिस्पेक्ट. Now, the Supreme Court has laid down guidelines that police must follow at the time of arrest. अब कुछ गाइडलाइंस फॉलो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कुछ गाइडलाइंस दिया है जो कि पुलिस को फॉलो करनी चाहिए जब वो अरेस्ट करती हैं किसी को, कोई भी पर्सन को अरेस्ट करने से पहले उनको वो गाइडलाइंस फॉलो करनी पड़ती है पुलिसमैन को. एंड डिटेंशन एंड इंटरोगेशन, जब वो अरेस्ट करती हैं तब उनको वो प्रॉपर गाइडलाइंस फॉलो करनी पड़ती है. एंड डिटेंशन, व्हाट इज डिटेंशन? डिटेंशन मींस इलीगली अपनी कस्टडी में अगर किसी को रखती हैं पुलिस, अगर इलीगली किसी भी पर्सन को विदाउट अ प्रूफ दैट ही और शी इज गिल्टी, अगर किसी को भी इलीगली वो अपनी कस्टडी में रखती है. और इंटरोगेशन, इंटरोगेशन मीन्स और किसी तरीके का इंटरोगेट करती है, उसको टॉर्चर करती है, तो दैट शुड बी ऑल फॉलोड अकॉर्डिंग टू द गाइडलाइंस given by the Supreme Court. And the police are not allowed to torture or beat or shoot anyone during investigation. Now, this thing also to be kept in mind by the policeman, that no person should be tortured or beat or shoot during the investigation. जब investigation हो रहा है, जब कोई रूल वायलेट हुआ है, जो कोई लॉ नहीं मानी गई है, सोसाइटी के प्रति क्राइम हुआ है, तो उस दौरान जब कोई इन्वेस्टिगेशन करती है पुलिस, तो वो बहुत से लोगों को अरेस्ट करती है. मीन्स किसी ना किसी अपना मीन्स गिल्ट प्रूफ करने के लिए कि सचमुच में कौन गुनेगार है, गुनेगार को ढूंढने के लिए वो काफी लोगों को अपने कस्टडी में लेती है, उनको अरेस्ट करती है. बट व्हेन द पुलिस अरेस्ट एनीवन, it is not allowed to torture or beat or shoot during investigation, क्योंकि इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान उनको टॉर्चर करना, उनको बीट करने का, क्योंकि अभी तक गिल्ट प्रूव नहीं हुआ है और ये पुलिसमैन की ड्यूटी नहीं है कि किसी को डायरेक्टली ब्लेम कर दिया कि नहीं आप ही ने चोरी की है. ये पुलिसमैन का नहीं है, ये डिसाइड कौन करेगा? ये जज करेगा. They cannot inflict any form of punishment on a person even for petty offenses. और किसी कोई भी लोगों को वो किसी तरीका का पनिशमेंट भी नहीं दे सकती है पुलिस फॉर पेटी ऑफेंसेस. पेटी ऑफेंसेस मीन्स छोटे मोटे क्राइम्स के लिए, पेटी ऑफेंसेस मीन्स छोटे मोटे क्राइम के लिए भी वो किसी भी तरीके का कोई पनिशमेंट नहीं दे सकती है कोई किसी भी जने को. So till here I hope everything is understood. Now, what is according to Article 22? Now, Article 22 of the Constitution and criminal law guarantees to every arrested person the following fundamental rights. जिन जिनको भी अरेस्ट किया गया है by the police, उनके लिए आर्टिकल 22 जो कि आगे हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में दिया गया है, वो फंडामेंटल राइट्स देती हैं उस अरेस्टेड पर्सन को, कुछ तरीके का अधिकार देती हैं. वो क्या अधिकार हैं? अकॉर्डिंग टू आर्टिकल 22, द राइट टू बी इन्फॉर्म्ड एट द टाइम ऑफ अरेस्ट ऑफ द ऑफेंस फॉर विच द पर्सन इज बीइंग अरेस्टेड. अब पहला राइट ये है कि जिसको भी आप अरेस्ट कर रहे हो, वो किस लिए, किस बेसिस पे अरेस्ट कर रहे हो, और उस बात की उसको जानकारी पहले से ही पुलिसमैन के द्वारा देनी चाहिए. दैट इज द राइट टू बी इन्फॉर्म्ड एट द टाइम ऑफ अरेस्ट ऑफ द ऑफेंस फॉर विच द पर्सन इज बीइंग अरेस्टेड. मीन्स जब आप किसी पर्सन को, जब पुलिसमैन किसी पर्सन को अरेस्ट करने जा रहा है, तो उसको पहले से ही बताना पड़ेगा कि वो किस क्राइम के लिए उस पर्सन को अरेस्ट कर रहे हैं. सो दिस इज द फंडामेंटल राइट ऑफ द पर्सन टू have been informed by the policeman why he or she has been arrested, for what reason. Second, the right to present before a magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. अब जब पुलिसमैन अरेस्ट कर लेती है तो विदिन 24 आवर्स 24 घंटे के अंदर अंदर उनको मजिस्ट्रेट के सामने पेश होने का भी अधिकार है. मीन्स पुलिसमैन ज्यादा दिन तक अपनी कस्टडी में बिहाइंड द बार्स उस पर्सन को नहीं रख सकते. उनको 24 घंटे के अंदर अंदर मजिस्ट्रेट केस फाइल करके और मजिस्ट्रेट के सामने उस पर्सन को सामने रखना पड़ता है. So this is the second right. Then third right, not to be ill-treated or tortured during the arrest or custody. अब तीसरा important fundamental right जो कि arrested person को दिया गया है by a constitution is they should not be ill-treated or tortured. उनके साथ बुरा व्यवहार नहीं किया जाना चाहिए, उनको टॉर्चर नहीं किया जाना चाहिए. जब उनको पुलिस अरेस्ट करती है और अपनी कस्टडी में लेती है तब किसी प्रकार का बुरा व्यवहार या टॉर्चर नहीं करेगी पुलिस. ये उनको राइट दिया गया है अरेस्टेड पर्सन को. Confessions made in the police custody cannot be used as evidence against the accused. Now the next important fundamental right given to the arrested person is that confessions made in the police custody cannot be used as evidence against that accused. That means जो भी पुलिस कस्टडी के अंदर जब जो भी वो कन्फेस करते हैं, जो भी अरेस्टेड पर्सन कन्फेस करता है, बोल मान लेता है कसूर, वो एविडेंस के रूप में नहीं रखा जाएगा कोर्ट में. क्यों? क्योंकि मे बी पॉसिबल कि जब वो पुलिस के अंडर में है, कस्टडी में है, तो वो किसी भी तरह के डराने पे या धमकाने पे या किसी भी दबाव में वो नहीं भी होंगे तो भी वो अपना गिल्ट मान लेंगे. तो इस तरीके का वो कन्फेशन जो भी वो करते हैं पुलिस कस्टडी में रह करके, वो एक तरीके से एविडेंस के रूप में नहीं माना जाएगा, प्रूफ के रूप में नहीं माना जाएगा कि पुलिस ऐसे कह दे कि इसने तो हमारे वहां पर कस्टडी में मान लिया था कि हाँ इसी ने चोरी की है, तो वो चीज नहीं मानी जाएगी. A boy under 15 of years of age and a woman cannot be called to police station only for questioning. अब एक और लास्ट फंडामेंटल राइट एक और दिया गया है अकॉर्डिंग टू आर्टिकल 22 कि जो लड़के 15 साल से कम उम्र के हैं और जो वुमेन्स हैं उनको कभी भी पुलिस स्टेशन में क्वेश्चनिंग के लिए क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग के लिए नहीं बुलाया जाएगा. कुछ भी पूछताछी के लिए पुलिस स्टेशन में नहीं बुलाया जाएगा. कोर्ट में उनको बुलाया जा सकता है बट प्रूफ के लिए या कोई डिफेंस के लिए, बट पुलिस स्टेशन में उनको किसी भी तरह की क्वेश्चनिंग के लिए नहीं बुलाया जाएगा. सो दीज ऑल वर द फंडामेंटल राइट्स गिवन टू अरेस्टेड पर्सन. जिसको पुलिस ने अरेस्ट कर लिया है उसके लिए ये सब फंडामेंटल राइट्स आर्टिकल 22 में अकॉर्डिंग कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में दिया गया है. The Supreme Court of India has laid down specific requirements and procedures that the police and the other agencies have to follow for the arrest, detention, and interrogation of any person. These are known as DK Basu guidelines. Uh, Now, what are DK Basu guidelines? Now, these DK Basu guidelines are some specific procedures or requirement that police and the other agencies have to follow for the arrest, means to arrest any person, for detention. Uh, for detention, I already informed you what do you mean by detention, to uh, prove the guilt, and interrogation ऑफ एनी पर्सन. और ये गाइडलाइंस डीके बासु के द्वारा दी गई हैं. Now this what are the guidelines given by DK Basu? We will continue this in our next class. Till then, read till article 22, and whatever you are not able to follow, you can ask me and clear your doubts. And I end up today here only. In our next class, we'll continue from DK Basu's guideline. Till then, take care. Thank you.